Morning, gang. Day 2 of our little adventure. Today we start out from Springfield, Missouri, and beautiful day today. Lots of sunshine, not a cloud in the sky, and yet we're on Route 66 to start the day. Our first stop happens to be the birthplace of Route 66. They say it happened here in Springfield, Missouri. Here in a couple of minutes we'll show you behind me all the information along the walls and everything where the birthplace of Route 66 took place. But our first stop came into the birthplace Route 66 Park, where we have Red's Giant Hamburg. That's right, Hamburg. It's not hamburger. Why, you ask? Well, Red's Giant Hamburg was a business on the west end of Route 66 here in Springfield, which is believed to have been the world's first drive-through restaurant. Yeah, right in here, okay? The business name was supposed to be Red's Giant Hamburger, but owner Sheldon Red Cheney mismeasured the special ordered T sign, which is right here. So with his newly purchased sign too tall to fit, he simply had the bottom half of it cut off the ER, okay? And the word Hamburg created a business legend for him. Red and his wife Julie served their giant hamburgers and homemade root beer from 1947 until they retired in 1984. The restaurant then was torn down back in 1997. In 2013, the city of Springfield raised $15,000 through a crowd-sourcing campaign to recreate Red's legendary sign. So there you have it, Red's Giant Hamburg sign. And I'll let Debbie walk around and she'll show it to you. Or you already got it back there, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
All right. So there you go. As we walk around here, we'll go this way now. We're going to walk over to Route 66, and a couple of displays over here. One, they've got it made out of metal bars. It says Route 66. They've made this little area here a park, and of course, as you go up and down the road here on Route 66, they've got little signs that says Historic 66 Route, so on and so forth, which has been really cool to see as we've been driving. So we'll make our way. I'll have Deb pan out over there. You can see along the walls what they've done. Mosaic kind of art about Route 66. And then the signage over here for bikes. Put your bike here.
Bike rack.
That's right. Thank you. Bike rack. That's what I'm after. Thank you.
Nice park. Go both ways.
All right. So with that being said, I am actually on Route 66, the original birthplace of the Mother Road. Let's keep on going. Come on. Okay, gang, here we are. At this point, get some information here. We are in Miller, what is this? This is Miller, Missouri. And this is Spencer Garage, which we'll take a video and show you around it. It's on old Route 66 here in Miller. To give you an idea, this is what's left of a tiny town of Spencer, Missouri. Even though the address is Miller, Spencer, Missouri. The town was founded in the late 1870s, but was abandoned by 1912. Route 66 actually rekindled the small strip of businesses until it was bypassed by the interstate and was abandoned once again. Now, the Spencer Garage has been somewhat restored with vintage Phillips gasoline pumps and sign, and it's the only reminder that this small spot on the road actually once existed. Pretty wild, huh? Want something to drink?
Yeah, I think what do you have?
Oh, come on. I think it's like being, you know, in Mayberry here. Here.
Yeah.
Here. Have something to drink. There we go.
Thank
Look at
you.
that. Little soda machine out of it. Cheers. Let's take a tour, shall we? Come on. Let's go. All right. So what you're seeing right now, you guys, is the entrance into Spencer's Garage. There's Route 66 right here. And as people used to drive down here, obviously, this is what they would see. Spencer's Garage. Now, even though the address says Miller on the GPS, it is, like I said, Spencer, Missouri. But this was the whole thing. There was a cafe, as you can see. The feed and seed is coming up here pretty quick. This is Sunday morning, and June 7th of 2020. So give you an idea. A lot of videos that when I watch on YouTube, people don't say the date or the day. I always like to know what it was like, what was happening during that time of the year when we stopped. And obviously on this date, there is nobody here. I mean, it is just quiet. And behind us, there's a house over here you're about to see. There you go. Sounds like a motorcycle coming. Oh, there's a truck and they're on another road. Let's see what this has to say here for us. Hopefully you can read it. Looks like you might be able to. I know you're saying, hey Dennis, can you hold it still? Okay, and here's the last one. Well, I'll go up to pictures here for you. First of all, let's do that. And the last thing we have here. I don't know what all we can see on the inside. Try to get you a good view of some of the things here. Let's go to over here. Make our way. There's the pumps, and I'll get a good picture of that here for you too. Over here was the cold drinks, lunches. It was the cafe. There's the old pumps. Ethel and regular. Yes, there are jokes for those of us that remember about Ethel. Gasoline. Pretty cool, I think. just think, people came off the route, off of Route 66, whether it be there or over this way, and they would pull in to get their gas. And everybody would come out of the garage area, there's the door, and they would make their way to the pumps. Some people, while they were getting their vehicle serviced here at the garage, as you can see, they would be sitting where we were sitting earlier on the bench. And in case you want to know what gas was, back in the day, 12 cents. Hey, welcome back, gang. Here we are. We've made it to Kansas. Shortest route of Route 66 is through the state of Kansas. And right now we're in Galena, Kansas. I've only been to Kansas one time. I was a kid. And my mom and dad took all of us kids and themselves, obviously, to Salina, Kansas. That's the only time I think I've been through, unless driving through. That's been about it. Otherwise, I've never made a stop. But we are in Galena, Kansas, and we are at Cars on the Route. Now, because of the sun, it's kind of tough to get the good angle of the building. They're closed, but Cars on the Route is a must-see for anyone that loved the Disney Cars movie. And the reason being is because it's behind me. Take a look. There's Tow Mater right off the bat. And my camera person will take you right through it. She's going to walk you through it with the camera right now. It is free admission. They're only open on certain days, obviously. And the location is at 119 North Main Street in Galena, Kansas. And it's a great photo opportunity for the kids, obviously, to come down here and check it out. Okay? And let's face it, how many of us have not seen the movie Cars? Wasn't a big fan of Cars 2 and 3, but the original one, you bet. Street of Galena, Kansas, all the way straight down.
There it is.
Guys, on our route, running Route 66 today, we're in Oklahoma now, and right now we are actually in Commerce, Oklahoma, where we're looking at the bronze statue of Mickey Mantle slugging out one of his famous home runs. This statue actually is just sitting outside of Mickey Mantle Field at Commerce High School, which happens to sit on Route 66. Statue was dedicated back in 2010. Unfortunately, both Mantle and the statue's designer passed before this dedication. So pretty cool that the Mickey Mantle statue here in Commerce, Oklahoma. And of course, over here behind us, you can't see with the fencing, but there's the ball field for Commerce High School for their baseball team. And this is where it's at. And then, like I said, you got the Mickey Mantle statue. And I'm a huge baseball fan, so I think it's pretty neat. Even though, go Cubs, you know, I still to see this. It's really cool. All right, let's keep going. We got more to see on Route 66. Let's go.
there. We are in Tucumci, Oklahoma, and we stopped for the blue whale. This is one of the most recognized and photographed spots in all of Route 66, believe it or not. Of all the things to see, this is one of the most photographed. There's no swimming allowed in the lake, so if you planned on that, you can't do that. But anyway, we've seen some turtles and wildlife. And with regards to this big blue whale, it was built over a 2-year time span in the early 70s, and it is 20 feet high and 80 feet long. So let's take a walk through. Oh, it's gonna chomp us. Chomp, chomp. We're going in the belly of the whale.
Oh look, the whale's got an escape hatch. There's the ladder.
Whoa.
Everybody, head up. People have been up there.
I bet.
Well,
Look, there's a slide. It's just begging
That's right.
for you to go in the water.
back in the day, you could do that, they said. I read.
Why can't you now, though? It's perfect for it. Be careful behind you.
Yeah, there's the slide.
Look at that.
Not only on this side, okay, there's the steps and everything, but also on the other side they had it.
Yeah. And then you could slide down and then swim on over and come up on the ladders.
Oh, that's right, there's ladders.
Look at, and you could climb up there.
Yes, you can.
I'm telling you, this is big.
A place where you can sit and eat if you want. You got a bed. Like a little roadside park. And you got the tail. Over here. Let me tell you, it's very warm in here.
Oh, and the water's right there.
Still, and up top, you can go up on top, I believe. It looks like it. They got new wood up there.
Yeah, it's made
There's
out of
ladder.
metal here.
That's hot metal.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to climb that because it's very hot right now,
Yep.
being in the sun. Anyway, when we turn around, there you go. There's the blue whale with a little ball cap on top of it.
That's nice.
Yes, it is. And
Ooh.
there are the turtles.
Hey, no swimming, turtle. Says, can't you read the sign?
So there you go. Hey gang, real quick on our trip here in Oklahoma today. We are at, of course, Sapupla. How do you say that?
I think it's Sapulpa.
Sapulpa, not Sapupla. Sapulpa. Okay, Oklahoma. It's one of those things. Anyway, you are looking at the heart of Route 66 Auto Museum, which has the world's largest gas pump. Yeah, and you see it right there. It's pretty simple to find, no big deal. We came down here flew on 66, jumped over here, and right here, and you can see it, believe me, coming down the highway. So you get the opportunity, check this out as well. All right, got more places to go. Come on, let's go. Okay, gang, we've stopped. Route 66, we're heading to Pop's Arcadia to go check out the Pop, but I was driving by and I saw this historical building. All right, and Debbie is going to read from the information that we got on this building right here. Go for it, Deb.
All right. This is one of the last old gasoline filling stations still standing in this part of the country. No one knows for sure, but it is thought to have been built in the late teens or early 20s. It had 2 pumps, one for regular gas and one for ethyl, which was a little bit higher octane. Oil was dispensed from a 50-gallon drum, which was laid down. It's on its side on a wooden frame. A spigot was put on the end of the drum, under which you put a quart can, then took to your car and put in the motor. Seeing that there was no electricity here at the time, most homes and buildings were lighted by kerosene lamps or lanterns. Kerosene was dispensed the same way oil was, from a metal drum, put in your container and taken home. Cold soda pop was sold only on days when the Iceman made it by. The pop was put in a large metal box with chipped ice over it. Hard candy was sold most of the time. Chocolate was sold only in the winter because in the summer it would melt, since there were no refrigerators. Back then times were very hard and it was difficult to make a living. One day, about the time Al Capone was terrorizing the city of Chicago, a so-called salesman came by the station offering to sell the owners a way to make a lot of money, literally, for he had a set of plates for counterfeit $10 bills. The story goes that the people yielded to temptation with the thought of being able to get rich quick. A small room was constructed on the back of the old station for the purpose of hiding the printing materials and a place to work. The only entrance was through the window you see in the back of the wall of the station.
All right, and that window, so that you know, is right there. That's the window that they used to print the money. All right, back to Debbie.
Alrighty, the window had a solid wooden door which was kept closed most of the time. People didn't even know that there was a room back there. The way the counterfeiting was done was they would press one of the plates on a piece of paper with green ink on it. Then let that side dry 24 hours and print the back side of the bill the next day. Things went along just fine for a time, but while passing one of the fake $10 bills, one of the persons was arrested, and with the identification on him where he lived, he was traced to the old station. While searching the building, the counterfeit plates were found, and so, let's see, this ended this crime spree, like many others. The person being taken to jail was overheard to say, "It wasn't worth it."
So there you go. The station was closed, never to open again after that. Now, many years which had nothing to do with the counterfeiting, a murder victim was found in the old abandoned building right here. So let's take a look inside. And this is it. This is the gas station. Oh, wrong way. There you go. There's that window again. Obviously, keep the place warm during the winter months. Side door. A couple more windows here. And then the main entrance. So there's no roof on this, whatever, right now, but this, as Debbie said, was built, they figure in the early teens, late teens, early 20s is when this was built. And if we go to the back, we're not going to see anything really except for a little trail. I see there's a trail back there. But other than that, there's nothing left. From over here is the fireplace. But other than that, everything is gone. So there you have it. All right, Pop's Arcadia is next. Debbie, what do we say?
Come on.
You like your seat?
When? All right, you guys, what you just saw there, hold on, let me get things situated here on the camera. There we go. So we're at Pop's Arcadia, and let me tell you, it's a madhouse in there. Obviously, we're supposed to be practicing social distancing. There is none to be found in that place, as you just saw by the video. Second of all, nobody wearing a mask. Nobody. However, it is a cool place to visit. I mean, you name it, they pretty much got everything as far as soda. Debbie got to talk to the one lady because there were some things that we were looking for they didn't have. So let me turn it over to Debbie, and she can tell you what she found out. What'd you find out there, Deb?
Well, we had heard so much about the different flavors that are being offered and the, you know, all the different kind of crazy things. We did see a few kind of crazy things like celery flavor, cucumber, teriyaki. There were some of those, but I mean, they show and display like tons of different ones, but they stopped making those. Those were when the restaurant was here before, and so those were sold, she said, with the previous owners, and so that they don't have them anymore, and they're all like, she said, they're like 13 years old, you wouldn't want any, and I said, okay, yeah, I got it, but so really they don't have like a tremendous amount of, you know, crazy ones, but still a lot of good different looking ones.
Now, hey gang, here we are, finally made it, Deb and I, and what is it, we're in Tucumci, New Mexico. Yep. Got here exactly at 10 p.m. local time, and you're going, where is here? Well, I'll tell you where here is. Let me do this for you. Oops. Trying to run the camera. I don't have my stick on it or whatever, but set up because we just got here, but this is where we're spending the night tonight. Route 66 is running right there. Got a few people out here. And there's Deb. There's a whole other side of the motel and on the other side of that building there. But tomorrow we'll definitely go through this and take a walk and see what it's all about. But we wanted to let you see it with the neon light tonight, so there you have that.